Hi,
I'm,
Ritesh.
I'm good. I'm
Thank
good.
you so much for doing this.
No, it's absolutely fine. I was free, so I thought that it would be better to talk on Zoom. Okay,
Yeah.
so we were looking at parallel options. I'll just show you something. I've made something purposely. Okay, sure. Okay, here we go. So this is one of the first options beyond the traditional set of universities. But Daksh, before I begin all of this, I must say that the traditional options, if you can get through them, they are the best possible options. And when I say traditional options, I mean to say Delhi University. I mean to say the 5 IIMs, Narsi Monji. These are the top 3 options. I mean, let go
Sorry,
of
you said Delhi University, Narsi Monji, and
the 5 IIMs.
the 5 IIMs.
So I am not much bothered about a Symbiosis or Christ. I mean, they're fine, okay. But those 3 are exceptional choices. Okay. So obviously their admission process is entirely dependent today on entrances. And when you prepare for those entrances, you automatically will get prepared for the entrances that are held at the modern age universities. Now, there might be a question in your mind that अगर वो वाले इतने अच्छे हैं तो यहाँ हम apply क्यों कर रहे हैं? The only thing is that if you look at the Delhi CUET or IPM or the 5 IIMs, the competition is very heavy. And one extra mistake here and there, and we've lost our chance. So you just don't know. So play extra safe. And also, at times, these modern age universities, they kind of bring such courses, ahead that they are very emerging. So probably we might just look at it. For example, we are looking at the Flame University website. I don't know if you can see the slide. Can you?
Yes,
No,
we can.
we can see this. Yeah.
Okay. So Flame University, if you look at it, I don't know what is your interest. If it's economics, they have a particular course. And if you want a business kind of a program, then they have a greater variety. So they have something like a finance, they have a human resource management, they have a communications management program, which I consider to be very, very emerging option. Because today, if you have to promote even a pickle business, you need to get your customers online. And for that to happen, you need to have an understanding of the social networking websites, the way they work, the way you need to target your customer, the kind of messages that need to go, and how do you design those messages? How do you design those posts? What kind of pictures, what kind of reels, what kind of films do we use? So all of that in congregation is a course called communications management. Basically, the old world of marketing is going to dumps now. And the new world of marketing is 100% digital. So if somebody understands that, you're far more equipped than people like us who are old school. Okay. So that is one thing. Any particular course choice that you have in your mind?
Apart from IIM, BBA and what different, like for example, Sukhdev I think offers a different version, which is BMS.
It's not a different version. It's just
No,
that
it is BBA.
nomenclature is, the nomenclature is
Yeah.
the course content is quite similar, but then the culture of Delhi University for BMS and particularly Shahid Sukhdev and its culture is way above the rest.
There's constantly this question whether IPM over Sukhdev. And secondly, within IPM, if you're not getting through Indore and Rohtak, then the IPM course at other IIMs is not worth it. So wanted to know your views on that.
Ma'am, it all depends on what is the total number of choices that I have. Okay. Let's say I have a DU Shahid Sukhdev. It's a 3-year program, after which I have a choice of getting into ABC also, probably my master's, or probably I can go abroad and get into a Wharton Business School, probably, right?
Right.
That openness will remain. Okay. Now, let's say I do not have Shahid Sukhdev, but I've got through IIMs. Let's say I'm Indore or I am Rohtak. Great. I mean, you can take up that course and your life will turn 360 degree, no doubt about that. Okay. In case you're not getting through Indore and Rohtak, and you've not also got through Shahid Sukhdev, and let's say you have a choice from Bodh Gaya, Jammu or Ranchi. Okay. They're also quite competitive institutions, ma'am. And going forward, it will be becoming very difficult to enter these institutions. They are not easy today, will become even more difficult tomorrow. And there are more IIMs which are to be added this year. We are
Yeah,
hearing
we keep hearing about Bangalore being added, but nobody knows.
Bangalore or Lucknow, either of the two will get added this year.
I see.
Okay. So it is all about, how do you look at the choices? So prioritization has to be there, and we are there throughout the process. So as and when the results arrive, we will take call each point of time. Okay.
Right.
So
But apart from that, Ashoka also has eco courses
I'll show
and
you, ma'am. I'll show you. We'll go one
okay.
after the other. Okay. So
Okay.
this is Flame University, Daksh. Okay. Now this is the admission cycle.
I have
They will
already
begin in the
moved.
month of November. I'll just share it once again, so probably you'll be able to see. Okay. Sure. So they will begin in the month of November, the first cycle. Second cycle will begin somewhere in the month of December. So each cycle is roundabout for 30-40 days. Okay. And we'll have to apply within that. The applying is not as simple as it happens with the traditional universities, where you just fill up a standardized form where you have very simple information to be filled in. Here, the application entails into a lot of details. They also accept SAT scores, but I mean, that's not mandate. If you do not have a SAT score, they will have their own entrance in place. You'll have to appear for that. And apart from that, they will look at your academic scores. They will look at your extracurricular activities, and all that tells about you as a person. Okay. So your essays, your SOP, your letters of recommendation, and your extracurriculars are vitally important. Okay. I reiterate on that, right? Okay. These are the documents. This entire meeting is getting recorded, so you need not worry. So when we see the recording, we will be able to see the slides again. Okay.
Right. Thank you so much for that.
No, it's absolutely fine. So these are the documents. You need not worry about it. So they'll require all the transcripts of class 10th, 11th, and 12th. They will require all your certificates, and then the letter of recommendation, and your SOPs and essays are separately required. These are the 3 essays that you need to do. These are the essays that you will write, and these essays range between 200 words to 600 words limit. So that makes it different. This is Ashoka. Now, obviously, Ashoka got established 1 year later than Flame. So that's why I put Flame first and then Ashoka. So Flame was established 2013. They were established 2014. And they have 3+1. So both of these universities, their degrees are convertible to a 4-year degree. So if you have a plan, Daksh, that you want to go to Canada or United States for a master's, then it is better to look at conversion of the degree into 4 years. Okay. Otherwise, also, you can get a WES evaluation done, because all these courses have credits which are equivalent to US education. So you can actually get your course converted into, the total number of credits, and then you can probably apply to US or Canada also. Okay. So now Ashoka, you have to understand that they in Flame also, at the onset, you do not have to choose that whether I want to do a BBA finance or I want to do a BBA communication management. All you need to choose that you want to choose a BA program, a BSc program, or a BBA program. First 2 years, they'll take you through a lot of papers. You will go through a lot of foundation subjects, and then you will realize that what do I want to study? Where am I good at? What interest do I have? And then you choose your specialization. So that is the beauty of getting into Flame. It's not like a horse race here where we blindfold the horse from both ends so that they can only see in the straight direction. It's not the same way. They're giving an open ground to you. You can explore, and then you realize yourself, right? So again, Ashoka, there are a lot of courses available here. Are the courses.
So does Ashoka follow the same thing? That 2 years is general and then?
Yes, ma'am. But then Ashoka is a little stringent on that factor. So they have two ways of teaching. One is that you can either choose a major plus a minor program, or you can choose a interdisciplinary major. First 2 years, obviously, you'll be taught a lot of foundation papers. Okay. But the choice has been done. Okay. Now, one thing, Daksh, at Ashoka, the selections have been very tough compared to Flame and the other universities. The selection is very tough. The acceptance rate is quite low. Reason being that Ashoka is looking at a diversified portfolio of students. That means they do not only want people to come from Delhi NCR. They would like to have people from all parts of the country. So there is a lot of strategy here. You have to understand that if you have to get through, first thing you have to make a choice of a course which most of the people are not doing. For example, most people who have commerce background would choose this course, Economics and Finance BSc. 90% people will choose this. Rather than doing that, what you can do is you can go to the major and minor section. You can take up economics there as a course, and you can take up entrepreneurship from the minor. I mean, if it's of your liking. Okay. So that makes you a little different in terms of your choice. That diversity is also important for them. Plus, what other formats of diversity are they looking at? Financial background diversity, extracurricular background diversity, and academic background diversity. So I hope you understand that we'll have to look at these kind of factors. Huh? Again, the format of admission is same as in Flame. Okay. So obviously you'll need the same kind of documents, right? So personal essays, recommendation, SAT scores or their own test. And then there is an Ashoka aptitude entrance also. So you have to take all of that. So it's pretty similar. Okay.
And what's the clash of timings? Because I hear the most common thing that either one could apply, sit for IPM or DUJAT. So does that happen that either you get to apply for Shoka or Flames amongst all the other dates?
No, ma'am. What happens is that Flame, Ashoka, OP Jindal, these kind of universities, their entrances will be done even before the boards. Now, DUJAT and IPM, etc., these entrances will be after the boards, and that is where there is a clash.
Yes, and a significant amount of clash.
But DUJAT is not there, no? No, it is CUET.
Yeah, it's CUET now. But Daksh, the thing is that CUET got announced later and IPM Rohtak dates already got announced. So that's a clash.
Yeah, in fact, if you look at the law exam this year, the CLAT exam is in the month of December. Okay. So things are very different than our days. Okay.
Correct.
We used to have everything after our boards, right? Now there is everything which is spread over, right? Chalo. So again, Daksh, this is the deadline. Now here also, my friend, this is something that I'm suggesting to all my students, that do not look at round 2, round 3, round 4 if you want to get into Ashoka. If you want an offer letter landing at your place, apply in the first cycle. Only if you have a term exam, like a pre-board some kind of that kind of stuff in your school, landing up in November, then probably you do not take the first round. Otherwise, take the first round. Okay?
They have December.
No, early no.
First one is
no pre-board is December.
First one begins in October and closes in 18th of November. If your test is in December, then you can jolly well take the first round. Because then the offer letter would land up somewhere in the month of January, if all goes well. So just think about it, that January you have an offer letter, March you have boards. So you go like quite hassle-free into the boards for that matter.
It's quite a tricky thing for someone who is a DU or a IPM aspirant and with no clarity where you will get. None of these are easy to get in.
Look, even if you book a seat here, before the classes begin, if you want to pull out of that, the UGC rule is that without a single rupee deduction, you'll get back the entire deposit.
The fund. Right.
That's with all universities. So you are absolutely safe. Okay.
Right.
This is GJU, which is the Jindal Global. Now, there they have a couple of BA programs and BBA programs which are of my interest. One is this BA in Finance and Entrepreneurship. And the second is the BBA Business Analytics. I like both of these programs. Okay. Process is same, yeah. I mean, it's the same all the way. Okay. This university is good. Kriya. This is in Andhra Pradesh, Sri City. Highly academical and research oriented, just like Ashoka. So there the bet is here. So you can take an economics major with a business minor. Hello? I've lost you. Daksh, are you there? Hello. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, right. We can hear you now.
Sorry.
We lost you in between, but now we can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying that at Kriya, these are the course choices. You can look at a business studies minor with the economics major. Okay. So that is the option at Kriya University. Again, it's pretty difficult to crack because the acceptance rate is not very favorable. And this is the process. So they have an immersive case study based approach. Then you have to write a reflective case essay on that. You have to discuss that with the faculty and your group members. And then there is a quant and logical reasoning test. Okay. Academical documents will be the same. So that's how it is. So again, they begin in October, but we can push it a little bit because they would love to have students from the Northern Territory. They have a lot of applications coming from the South, but they would love to have more from the North and West. So we have a good chance there. We might just push our luck a little bit and probably we can apply a little later. Right. Now, there are some challenges while applying to Ashoka and Kriya. If you look at their forms, I've just taken a picture from there. So what they're doing is they're asking you that if you're putting up an extracurricular activity, how consistent are you? So they're asking that, how many years have you participated in that particular extracurricular activity? Have you got any positions of leadership there? Or, what is the highest level of participation? So they are quite in-depth in asking about extracurricular. Okay. So this is something that you have to be very particular about. And at this point of time, I can't help this scenario because, we are already in the month of May. So whatever has been done has been done. Right. I don't know. Okay. Daksh, you have interest in mathematics?
Yes.
Then you must look at this course. The first one.
BTech Data Science in Economics and Business.
This is the most emerging kind of a course that I have seen ever in India. And the audacity. I
was going to say, I've never even imagined this.
Yes. And the audacity is to offer a BTech to somebody who has commerce background. So this is the new face of Indian education. This is NEP hitting hard. Okay. So what they're trying to tell you is that the distances between various streams is now erased, and anybody who has mathematics, standard mathematics with them can apply for this particular course. This is a course of the future. Why? Because it is data science. Data science means you'll be having answers to all problems related to economics and business. All questions will be able to answer. Okay. This will be a hardcore computer science, mathematics oriented program. Along with that, tremendous amount of economics and business. This is a core program. It's a technical university. It's based in Mohali, close by to Delhi NCR. And it's a beautiful campus. Again, selections are tough. And do you have enough of math Olympiad in your resume?
No, not after grade 6.
Okay. So what we can do is, there are few coming up in the next 3 or 4 months. Probably you can just take that. And anything in computers that you have taken up in the last 3-4 years?
No, I don't have computers.
Okay, we will take care of that. Okay. So this is again the documentation list. And as you can see, extracurricular activities, they're saying up to 3, creative projects up to 3. So they are very specific again here, that they would like to look at some kind of a creative project if you've done so. Creative project might be technical, might not be technical also. This is the timeline. So the first timeline is, deadline is 14 Jan, then is 30th March, 31st May, and 26th of July. This is a new university. We can still look at the 3rd or the 4th deadline. That's not a problem. Okay, I think, yeah, this is the last one that I would like you to apply. This is Shiv Nadar. This is at Greater Noida. And they have a beautiful program called Bachelors of Management Studies. That is one. And then they have another program called BSc in Economics and Finance. Now, Shiv Nadar's pedagogy is that their courses are all for 4 years. They're a 4-year university, FIUP. Okay. So we can apply, and they have their own entrance. Ma'am, this is for you. You need to understand the fee structures at all of these universities. So Ashoka, you're looking at round about spending 42 lakhs for a period of 3 years. Flame, it is a little lower. Flame, you look at somewhere around, say, 18, 27, 30, 34, 30, 30 lakhs ke around. Yeah. 18, 27. Yeah, 27 lakhs ke around. So Ashoka is a little more expensive than what Flame is. Okay. Plaksha is 8.3 every year. You can multiply that by 4. And Kriya would be 7.53 plus 1.70. So you can add it up. 7.53 plus 1. Daksh, can you do the maths there?
7.53
plus 1.7.
Okay.
And that is per annum. So you can multiply that figure, the cumulative figure, by 4 years, by 3 years.
36.8.
By 3 years.
About 40.
20, 27.6.
27.6. Add to that 95,000 rupees, 35,000 rupees and 50,000 rupees.
About 30.
30.4.
Yeah. So that is how it is. And OP Jindal is 6.76 to 8.26, depending on the course that you're taking up. Okay. Shiv Nadar is cheaper. It would be 1.5 to 3.37 lakhs per annum, depending on the course, and the 1.69 lakhs as residential tuition, as residential fee. Okay. So that is how it goes. Okay. Fine. So these are some universities that you can look at beyond the traditional set of universities. And that's how it is, right? I hope.
Ritesh, thanks so much for taking us through these. Couple of quick questions is, how does Pratham prepare students for this? What's the whole, because the reason why I was trying to reach all these people was just to understand this. The last time I had a conversation with Anjali, it was so generic. And the service charges that she had shared was just not targeted. So, it was just in general. Yeah, I'm just coming. I'll give it to you. So if you can just help us understand that. Sorry, I just have to give one OTP. Just 1 second. You can share, Ritesh. Daksh is listening.
No worries, ma'am. I'll wait for you. Daksh?
Yes, sir.
बताना अभी कुछ दिनों में 2 सालों में एक्स्ट्रा करिक्स में कुछ
I have taken part in competitions. We have our former head boy and deputy head girl. They set up an organization, global awareness organization, No, it's not registered, so it's not a non-profit organization, but our work is similar. So I'm the marketing head over there.
So, deputy head girl?
Sorry?
Who is this deputy head girl?
Rida Mumtaz, I think. I think she was the head girl. I'm not sure if head girl or deputy head. And
8 of your batchmates with me already who work in the profiles. So I have somebody called Finza Agarwal. I have somebody called Akanksha Jain. Then there are some boys also, and they're doing pretty well. So some of them went into Scholars World. The Scholars Cup. Some people went into other events. So there is a lot which is there. So you are looking at that non-profit kind of an organization as a marketing head. That's a brilliant thing to do. Okay, fine. So, ma'am,
Thank you for waiting.
it's absolutely fine. I just had a little bit of a conversation with you. So,
Yeah.
seems like that, we have an interesting profile in our hand. Daksh, it would be great if you can share a kind of a basic resume with us. Okay. So that we know that, how much ground has already been covered. So in layman terms, what I can tell you is that if you are applying to Plaksha and Ashoka, it is good to apply to a few Olympiads or math-based competitions or finance-based competitions in the next 3 or 4 months. So that is something that my team can figure out and tell you that, where are these competitions being held online or howsoever it is, and how can you participate. 90% of it will be online. Secondly, you're doing a great work in terms of non-profit, but have you ever taken up an internship?
No.
What I'll do is I'll make you do a couple of virtual experiences. And these are from major organizations like say Deloitte or say JP Morgan Chase. And these are not time bound. You can do half an hour a day. You can do 1 hour a day. It's your choice. The day you finish the project and submit, you get your e-certificate done. Okay. But while taking that internship up, you probably will have to learn a few things. So that's a good thing to do. Whatever is required in the market, if I can learn it today and then go to the university, make some more, delectable choice for that matter. Apart from all of this, did you take up any kind of MOOC courses in the last few years?
Which courses?
Any online courses towards economics or managerial? Nothing.
No.
How badly placed are you in terms of your SCED?
Okay.
So, Ritesh, your schedule. So the good part is Daksh is doing academically really well without any external support. So while a lot of people may be struggling that a lot of the time is consumed by external tuitions, he's an absolute self-study format. Daksh, how much did you score in your annuals in grade 11 overall?
96.8.
What?
So 96.8.
What are you doing here in India? 10th
So,
sorry ma'am, एक second. 10th में कितने थे तुम्हारे?
97.8.
अब मुझे जरा
उसको बाहर नहीं जाना है रितेश.
नहीं भेज रहा, चिंता मत करो आप. इंडिया का टैलेंट इंडिया में रहेगा. अभी मेरे को एक बार डिटेल में बता.
So actually, I was told that I can't access you because we aren't considering international. I was categorically told that.
कौन बोला ये?
अब आप छोड़ दो. मैंने आपको 2 नाम बोल दिए हैं कि I've been repeatedly in touch there. And when I just couldn't get through your numbers listed on your website or any number, no callback, no response, did I call you today? दुखी हो गई बॉस में या तो छोड़ दो.
पर भी मेरा नंबर है. Shit.
No, this your number was not there. There was another number and the landline number.
Next time onward, na ma'am, you see this website called Career Ladder. I'll send you the link. Okay.
Acha.
So that's a part of Pratham, but that's our wing.
Okay.
Anyways, Daksh, मुझे apart from the non-profit thing, और क्या क्या किया बेटा?
I have increased my participation in competitions. Recently, I took this math competition Euclid by the University of Waterloo.
Waterloo, right? Right. Hello. Yeah.
Yes, so the result is yet to be out.
Yeah. So last year, one of my students got a gold medal in the Euclid mathematics exam, and he got into University of Toronto at a heavy scholarship, for that matter, and to Waterloo also. Yeah. So that is there. So Euclid is a good exam. तो तूने SAT क्यों नहीं लिख दिया बेटा?
I have already given the SAT. I gave it. I studied on my own from Khan Academy. I gave it in
2021 October.
October, yeah.
Okay.
October.
And what was the score?
No, yeah, I think October it was.
End of the year.
Score?
1300.
1300. Reattempt कर दे यार. Reattempt कर दे. पता है क्यों? ये जो नार्सी मोंजी भी है ना, नार्सी मोंजी तेरे को direct admission दे सकता है through your SAT score. And IPM में IIM Ranchi will take admission through the SAT score. Till last year they did. This year they might change. All the likes of Ashoka, Flame, OP Jindal, etc., all of them, they accept SAT score. Your score is okayish. I mean, I don't know, something probably would have gone wrong, but guy like you should have easily scored a 1450. I don't know. I mean,
it did go wrong.
August में ले ले एक बार और.
He actually gave up SAT. So I said, why are you even taking SAT when you're not going to consider these universities? So until last year, there was a very closed mindset. And honestly, I think my pride, and I'm biased as a mother, is that whatever he has achieved or done is entirely on his own awakening, his own discipline, his own self-study. A lot of his teachers don't believe that there is no support, but that's the truth. So I was really looking at somebody who can guide him, shape him from this point onwards. And that was my reason of trying to get in touch.
ठीक है, August का SAT book करते हैं. Let us work towards it. Let us target a 1500. ठीक है. अब दक्ष ये मत कहना कि सर अभी तो 1400 बोल रहे थे, अब 1500 बोल रहे हो. क्या काम है अपना? तू कर लेगा, 1500 तू निकाल देगा, मैं बता रहा हूँ. तेरे वर्बल में कितने थे?
I do not remember.
You actually goofed up on math part.
No, English.
English.
Sorry. English ही होगा, maths तो हो ही नहीं सकता गड़बड़.
The thing is that Khan Academy was entirely online, and I didn't practice circling. Which is where most of my time went, and I did practice the last few days, which wasn't enough. And actually, I believe that I was handling it somehow. Obviously, I was running late, but I did a mistake of circling the 17th answer in the 18th answer, and I continued for a few more questions, and then I realized I messed up.
Around about 50-60 odd points there.
Yeah, exactly. So. And it is a computer which marks you. Right. So I believe in that erasing and stuff as well. I would have lost some marks.
So this is pure error. I don't think you need to prepare the entire syllabus now. What you need to do is take a series of mocks. Do a lot of questions, practice it, and then just go and take the exam. I'm sure you'll crack it through. Okay. So let's look at a target of 1500 there. Olympiad internship, you're doing a lot of competitions yourself, and at Scottish, it's always very active. You have some writing skills?
I don't write.
I don't agree with you, Daksh. He hated languages. Achha. But his own teacher in the last PTM couple of days back said that I wish I had more students than Daksh. He reads the Hindu, and she clearly said that his expressions are much better. But there is this belief that, no, I don't write well. He has a beautiful skill to say things very simply. So I do think he can make an attempt, but he just carries this block that I can't.
My idea of asking about writing is not asking you to write a novel or kind of a story or something like that. I would rather have a financial review from you. Let's say, for example, we can do a review of, say, top 6 performing equities in the last 6 months in the BSE Sensex. Okay, and why they are doing well, probably. So the entire idea is that we can get into a research paper mode in the next 2 months, and we can formulate a small research article and get that published. First competition is from people of your own school. Second competition is people from Delhi NCR. And third competition is for people coming from the rest of the part of the country. Okay. So you have to do things which Scottish people are not doing. Or at least most of them are not doing. So that is how things are, right? So these are the 3 things which I will help you out with. So as far as the research article is concerned, I'll give you a mentor who will help you understand that what is the best topic to write on, how to write, what are the steps, how to execute each of the steps. And he will be with you while execution. There will be 2 assistant coach members who will be assisting you in writing that research paper. Okay. And they will be talking to you every 3rd day in order to understand how to go forward and how much of a progress are you making. I have a huge hope that probably you can write something very interesting, which becomes very helpful to the rest of the nation also. And we can just get it published, and it will become a kind of an achievement for the rest of your lifetime. Right? So those are the 3 things. I think that's it. Other than that, अगर हम ज़्यादा कुछ करेंगे तो वो unbelievable हो जाएगा यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए, तो ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं करेंगे. Just हम SAT का स्कोर भी है, हमारे को improve करना है. Academics, you can't let it slip. You are already a great student. Just let it go that way. Many people will come and tell you that अब scores का कोई फायदा नहीं है. But let me tell you, Daksh, scores हमेशा फायदा देंगे. हमेशा फायदा देंगे. हमें बहुत आगे तक जाना है, तो हमेशा फायदा देंगे. Don't worry. ठीक है? So that is it. So in terms of my work, ma'am, my work is to provide the resources, provide the mentors. The mentor's work is to look at his success each day, give him right kind of activities, give him direction, discuss with him more on one-to-one basis. And our work is really one-to-one when we work in terms of profile. So from here till the month of October, we will work on his profile, just reduce the gaps. He's already doing a lot of things. That's fine. And rest becomes the application part, where I think Daksh will have a little bit of a challenge because there are a lot of essays to be written. So there we will just require his inputs for those essays. We will write the essays for him. We will edit the essays for him, and then we'll give it back to you. And the words will be like from your own language, from your own way of speaking. And you can check, and thereafter you can approve, and we can upload. So all the form fillings, all the essay editings, all of that, plus the interview preparation for each of these interviews will be on us. Okay.
So are you saying that the preparation for the NTA and the IPMAT exams is a different track, and this is a different track?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. You got my point.
So, so how does that run as one coordinated piece via Pratham? Because it's eventually one student, right?
I'll just send you another link. Okay. Probably we'll have to start this link once again. You can join through the same link once again, ma'am. Okay. Because the timing is short. I'll just come back.